health officials around the world are racing to contain a deadly outbreak of the HantaVirus linked to a cruise ship in the North Atlantic. The working theory right now is that a Dutch couple contracted the virus while birdwatching in Argentina before boarding the cruise ship. The couple visited a landfill during the tour and may have been exposed to infected rodents. The 70-year-old man, unfortunately, was the first person to pass on the ship just a few days after boarding, and the 69-year-old wife followed shortly, just 2 weeks after the passing of her husband. Now, we can't actually prove that the source of the virus came from Argentina because the couple, over just the span of a month, visited around 7 different regions across the world. But rewinding just a little bit, what exactly causes the HantaVirus?
HantaVirus is usually picked up by breathing in particles from rodent droppings or urine. Symptoms often start like the flu, but can quickly cause severe breathing problems, organ failure, and death.
What was they doing at a landfill? That doesn't make sense. Like, bro, who goes to a landfill on their vacation? So apparently, the ship hosted about 150 different people, and I would just like to know, how are those people doing at this moment?
People then disembarked in St. Helena. There was another disembarkation in Ascension Island. 3 more people disembarked at Cape Verde.
Hold on, she said they got off?
Because by then we knew the virus was going around, and these were suspected or confirmed cases.
Oh, this don't make no sense, man. Okay, well, the good news is only 11 people are confirmed to be infected at this time, and there's only one second. There's only 41 people confirmed to possibly have been infected at this time. Why would they even let anybody off the ship in the first place, bro?
These people who disembarked probably signed up for only part of the cruise, so they weren't intending to stay for the whole time. I think the decisions that were made at the time were perfectly reasonable, and we always have to give people a little bit of confidence that as more information comes out, the recommendations may well change.
With us today, we have experts to tell us whether or not this is something we should be worried about. I mean, obviously, none of us want a repeat of COVID-19.
You've certainly heard the good news by now that the risk is low of HantaVirus turning into a pandemic. If you have somebody who is infected with the virus, how many people are they likely to spread it to? That number is around 1.19. Compare it to COVID, probably closer to 4. Another thing that they look at is how infectious is the window for somebody who has HantaVirus? How long can they spread it for? And what they find, 2 important things. First of all, people don't tend to spread the virus unless they are sick, and typically the time period through which they can spread this is around 1 to 2 days.
This is a real-world sort of depiction of how this virus might behave. The person on the left there, that is a man who entered a birthday party, was there for about 90 minutes. He was sick when he came into the party, and during that time he infected 5 people. Most of those people were anywhere between 1 to 4 feet away. Over time, 11 people died from that super spreader event, and 34 people were infected. And if you look at this chart, you can get an idea of sort of how that spread happened.
So, doctor, our sources are telling us that the incubation for this virus is between 1 to 8 weeks. So from the time that somebody comes in contact with someone infected to the time they show symptoms, it's about 2 months of time, right?
Well, it can get as late as 8 weeks, as long as 8 weeks. But again, the local health authorities can watch this very carefully. These people are being cautioned to be careful themselves, not to get into crowded environments, so that should they become sick, they won't transmit it. And remember, this is a virus, although it can be transmitted from person to person, it doesn't do so readily. Wait,
hold on, yo, I ain't gonna lie, wait, yo, run that back. What did I say? About 38% of people who develop respiratory may die. Yo, 38, what? Yo, why was y'all trying to skip over that? I ain't gonna lie, y'all tweaking. 40% fatality rate. No, but this is the thing, though. You can't keep going off script. We're live. But people need to know, though. You're gonna cause a panic. We can't afford another controversy right now. That just don't make no sense. Y'all telling them they don't need to worry. Listen, I understand that your people are very passionate, okay? You don't have to raise your voice. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all tweaking. Once we found out there was infected people on that ship, bro, it was supposed to go from Cape Verde to Canary Islands, and they heard HantaVirus and said, no way, Jose, get them niggas back on the ocean. And then that plane that was supposed to be carrying just 2 people to the Netherlands was supposed to stop in Morocco to refuel, and even they said, nah, we've seen this before, we don't want it. Bro, I seen yesterday that one German woman who may have been infected had a convoy of ambulances to escort her to the hospital. May have been infected, bro. And there's a dude in France right now in intensive care that is breathing with an artificial lung, bro. I promise I will stop scamming, stop selling dope to them little kids. God, I ain't.
Please just read the teleprompter.
Alright, bro. Alright, whatever you say, gang. Okay, so apparently this is not supposed to be worrying at all. Just know that if you have symptoms like fatigue, fever, chills, aches, damage to organs, severe shortness of breath, organ failure, or death, you may have the HantaVirus. But it seems like our appointed government officials have this covered. Appreciate y'all for stopping by the video, man. Hit that hype button for your boy. I ain't gonna lie, the hype points are the best way to get me pushed in the algorithm. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys think this is more serious than how it's being made out to be, or if this is some light shit that will hopefully pass in the next month. Once again, y'all are helping a young nigga chase his dreams, man. Y'all already know what to do, man. So it's in the kid. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.